Hi, Conan at Project Music here, and today we've got another Atkin acoustic guitars comparison for you. And this one is the kind of classic question we get asked about, which is the differences between the slope shoulder style dreadnought up against a square shoulder style dreadnought. So we've got two models in stock that should demonstrate that quite nicely. We have the lovely Atkin J43, which is the slope shoulder, and we also have the Atkin Essential D, which is a square shoulder. So you can actually see side by side the differences in the shapes up here of those two guitars. So they're both dreadnoughts. They both share a lot of the same woods. So they both have the baked spruce top. They both have mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck. The other things that they share, they have the same style of bracing on these models. They've both got pre-war scalloped bracing. And I guess that's kind of where the similarities end. So another big difference between the two is the scale length. And of course, as we know, that can affect things quite a lot from a tonal point of view, as well as how they feel in the hands. So the J43 has a 24 7/8 inch scale length, and the Essential D has the 25.4 inch scale length. So straight away, having a little bit more there in the scale length there will give you a different feel, arguably a slightly tighter feel on the Essential D. Not unpleasant to play, of course, it just feels a little bit different under the fingers, just having that slightly different scale length. When it comes to the tonal differences, of course, the Gibson style build, which is the J43, there's a mid-range and a woodiness that you get from these that is super addictive. I think it sits really, really nicely under a voice. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing, but I'll strum a few chords on it, and then we'll also strum a few chords on the Essential D, and we'll just hear a quick comparison between the two, and you can hear straight away that there's a woodiness to this and this kind of mid-range to this, whereas the Martin's a little bit more open sounding. The top end comes through in a slightly different way, a little bit more sparkle there from that. So I'll just strum a few basic chords and you can hear the two. So straight away with the Essential D, a little bit brighter, and it kind of cuts through in a slightly different way. Not that either of them would sort of suffer from sitting behind a voice or accompany anything else, but they just sit in a slightly different place in the kind of sonic spectrum. So depending on what you like, what your ear kind of goes towards, that could be a factor that will affect your decision between the two. Also feel-wise, straight away, going from the J43 to the Martin, there was just a slightly different feel, slightly tighter on the strings under the hands, not unpleasantly so. That's just how it is. Also, I guess I'm used to a slightly shorter scale acoustic myself, so playing anything slightly long scale it just feels different for me. But both sound lovely, both absolutely stunning instruments, and we'll get these into Ben's hands so you can get a little bit more of a demo on both sounds and see what you guys think. Do you have a preferred one? Do you sort of edge towards a square shoulder or the slope shoulder style dreadnought? I don't know. One of each would be nice. Have a little think, pop it in the comments below, see what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe and all those fun things. And yeah, we'll pass it over to Ben and we'll see you in the next video. you.